The essentiality which we have to pursue, reform, refine is our inner peace. The urge for inner peace should never be suppressed. It must be allowed to flourish in your brain. Unless you become peaceful in your inner human being, that you cannot serve the others. The universe is vast, but vaster is the world within the human being. Science probes nature, but spiritualism is a science of total human potentialities available in the human body. Continues the search inwards. It seeks the ultimate imperishable reality that is not affected by space, time, and casuality. In the inward life, there are two main streams, knowledge and devotion. There are two mighty forces in your inward life, that is, knowledge and devotion, which follow different paths, but finally they merge in one stream, that is universal happiness. Only when you achieve and attain that inner happiness, you cannot be happy with the society and you cannot make society happy. Several great sages said, pure devotion and pure knowledge were not distinct. One led to other. Even Song Celestial affirms that the two paths are like the left and right eyes. Both are needed for proper vision. The Chandogyopanishad, which describes the process of knowledge, says, if what goes into us, material food as well as mental pablum, is pure, the mind turns pure, the wisdom steadies, and right knowledge of dawns. Then all the complexities vanish, and the individual experiences total freedom and joy. I repeat this sentence. The individual experiences total freedom and joy. Boys and girls, men and women should be encouraged to self-reliance. Physical, mental, intellectual, and spiritual strength should be instilled in them. This is what is required to the present society. I am not saying anything or preaching anything against technology, against development, against industrialization or anything. Achieving all these things, kindly bother something about your inner peace. What qualities, what strengths you have to be developed. Those strengths are self-reliance, intellectual and spiritual strengths should be instilled in the younger generation of the present society. Scriptures emphasize devotion, which was natural to us because the ability to love was innate and did require a sharp intellect. Among the techniques of devotion, repeating a sacred name is easiest, most rewarding, but the real spiritual knowledge says, when you channel all your energies for the interests of the others, for the benefit of the society, all impurities in our hearts will be wiped out. In pure devotion, avarice, pride, and lust disappear. The mind turns serene and it becomes disinterested in these unnecessary bondages and unnecessary pursuits, making our mind almost a box with several unwanted components. These steps of devotion direct one along the path of knowledge. So I don't consider any religion, whatever the practice in the universe, if it is not on the path of knowledge, unless one is spiritual, that spiritual life is only for the aged, but in truth it is for all who look for harmony, tension, conflict, hatred and frustration, greed and jealousy are unnatural to the human soul. They are all imposed by this society. They are imposed by your own creation. The natural frustration, greed, jealousy are definitely wiped out from the brain. Life only when spirit follows smoothly in peace. When you achieve that inner spirit, that inner peace, which is essentiality of the life. It will be good for us to see that we are behaving properly in a society, in a understanding fashion, living in a meaningful fashion. Profound statement by modern scientists: man becomes man only when he is able to rise beyond life in the five senses. Until the century, science believed that through the sense alone, reality could be investigated and apprehended. But the truth discovered through sense perception were considered unchallengeable. But the mind, if it is properly turned and churned, especially have started thinking of at an another level whenever it is thinking about other people in and around him and the society as a large, then only that evolution will come in an organic and organized way. Progress in a society was marked by the species developing new, more complicated organs, but with the appearance of a man, a revolution has taken place. The growth of the man is marked by not by new organs, but by the changes in his psyche. So the essentiality, another one is the essential psyche, change of psyche. An animal is governed by instinct, but humans are governed by values. Human evolution is the story of man's search for values. The world of the senses can give us the comfort and facilities that characterize consumerism. This is what with which the present day is suffering. Terrible increase in consumerism. That fellow possessed 2, I must possess 4. That sort of comparison bringing hell in the brains of the modern society. Leaving and forgetting the eternal values that enrich the soul. This has been clearly stressed by the several scriptures in our own great people. Relative and the absolute. When the sage Narada approached, the latter asked him what he knew already. Narada reeled off an impressive list of 18 sciences he had mastered. Then Shantanu pointed out that these constitute only the relative. The absolute is that's what which by the imperishable is attained. That imperishable to be attained is your inner purity, inner peace of mind, which can always think about Jagat Kalyanam, universal well-being. Then only that sthiti can be described as the real devotion, the result of real devotion and spiritual discipline. Spiritual discipline is transcending the body consciousness. Our instinct is to be selfish. In social and political life, we see now selfishness rules the roast. Specifically now, if you observe the society, it is selfishness, party line, your victory or your personal victory or your party victory are considered to be the goals. See, whose life was veritable spiritual laboratory, several sages have personally tested and revalidated that instinct. Unless you remove that selfish gene which has consideration only for yourself, and that devil's thinking can never be wiped off. The ripe ego, on contrary, is a refined one which has expanded unselfishness and cares for the others. Real spirituality consists not in conventional piety but in the readiness to be of service fellow men, not minding personal inconvenience and sacrifice. I repeat these beautiful sentences again. Real spirituality consists not in conventional piety but the readiness to do the service to fellow men, not minding personal inconvenience and sacrifice. Such a great literature, such a great saying, such a great scriptures, such a great words of social philosophers, modern philosophers, social philosophers, great people have emphasized on this. Let us try to emulate at least some percentage of their ideals to have inner peace. And you can call yourself as the spiritual human being when your mind is ready to do service at the cost of personal inconvenience to others. That must be the motto. Then only society can be understood. Something can be done by the people of the society. So I earnestly request to young men of this country, young women of this country, to read widely, come to an understanding, have a comprehension, and know what is going on in the society and the country. Have your own thinking, filter, let your minds work as filter. Throw all the nonsense, get into the righteous path. That right path, if you catch, you yourself can have inner peace and you can do something to the society. Once again, my request is go through all the scriptures, not belong to one religion or any other religion. No religion teaches violence, no religion teaches killing of fellow human beings. If they teach, they can never get the status of a religion or a philosophy. Philosophy must be a guiding impulse for the emancipation of mankind. The emancipation of mankind can be attained, can be achieved only through making your brain to think always about Jagat Kalyanam, that is universal happiness. Then only we can do something. Thank you very much.